October 1956, the month of Israel's historic conquest of Sinai, opened quietly enough with a visit to the country of distinguished American leaders of the United Jewish Appeal. Here they are at a frontier settlement in the Negev, not far from the Egyptian border, celebrating the 10th anniversary of pioneering in Israel's southern desert. These are the types who for 10 years, spade in one hand, gun in the other, have been sleeping with one eye always open. The American Jewish leader William Rosenwald is seen with the mayor of Beersheba, Ketovyot. As the days go by, troubles mount in the big world. Israel's foreign minister, Golda Meir, summons Israel's ambassadors from Soviet Russia, France, the United States, and Great Britain for diplomatic consultations. On the morning of the 29th of October, the Israel Defense Forces moved to wipe out the centers and bases of Egyptian assassins and attacking groups. On land, the battle is joined in the Sinai Desert. On the sea, the Egyptian Navy sends one of its crack destroyers, the Ibrahim El Awar, to blast and shell Haifa Harbor. The Israel Navy, in cooperation with the Israel Air Force, react with speed, scoring direct hits on the Egyptian warship. The Egyptians surrender. The Israel flag is hoisted and the enemy vessel is towed into Haifa Harbor to be repaired and refitted and added to the Israel Navy. Events move toward crisis in the Middle East. Israel becomes a hot center for the world press. Foreign correspondents flock to Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. At assembly centers somewhere in the south, men of the Israel Army, mobilized at short notice from field and factory, office and workshop, join their units and assemble at takeoff points. In tanks and armored cars, in half-tracks and trucks, they move into battle. These are the men of Israel's citizen army who fought and achieved brilliant victory in their six-day campaign in the Sinai Peninsula. The infantry moves forward and digs in. The tanks fan out across the battlefield, firing as they move. Shell meets armor and flesh. desert sand is strewn with the carnage of battle, of burning truck, of knocked-out tank, of men killed in action. The Egyptians are defeated. Victorious Israel troops have no time to celebrate. They've broken through and are now on their way to the next target, the approach to the Suez Canal. Tough fighting faces them. They prepare for the next battle. Behind them, troops who have just fought take off a few moments to relax. The light casualties get their wounds bandaged. A war correspondent gets a story. And a driver feels that at last he has a moment to change his socks. The desert is not only a graveyard of troops killed in battle, but also of these knocked-out tanks and armored cars, trucks and guns. They are grim evidence of the toughness of the fighting. The Israel army had no easy walkover. They fought and fought hard with courage and skill. The Egyptians had this superior equipment to help them: Russian T-34 tanks, self-propelled guns of the type Su-100. But they proved no match for the fighting spirit of the Israeli soldier, battling for the security of his land and his people. The Egyptians hoist the white flag of surrender on tank, on house, on village. Israel troops follow warily on guard against the Egyptian sniper lurking behind the white flag. Civilians have nothing to fear. They are just asked to keep indoors until the fighting is over. Egyptian troops are led into prisoner of war compounds. Some of them have shed their uniforms to pass themselves off as innocent civilians. Among these men are members of the murder gangs known as Fedayeen, sent by the Egyptian High Command into Israel on missions of murder and sabotage. Israel troops capture El Arish. In captured Egyptian vehicles and headquarters, they find these blown-up photographs of the Egyptian dictator, Colonel Nasser. Neither the picture nor Nasser himself seem to do the Egyptian troops any good. Other Israel units enter Gaza. These are two of the Egyptian generals who fell into Israel hands. One of them is the commander of the Gaza Strip. The surrender order is written on a piece of paper torn from a copybook by Colonel Asaf Simfoni, general officer commanding Israel's Southern Command. The Egyptian general signs the surrender. This is an aerial view of the southern Sinai Peninsula. It was along this rocky, barren, trackless, desolate wilderness that an Israel farmer soldier unit from the north trekked 300 kilometers south of Eilat to reach Sharem el-Sheikh on the southeastern tip of the peninsula. This spot, facing the islands of Tiran and Sapir, was occupied and fortified by the Egyptians for the sole purpose of blockading Israel shipping through the Gulf of Eilat. The Prime Minister and Minister of Defense, David Ben-Gurion, visits the troops who made the historic march through the desert and captured this fortified fort. The Israel troops are about to hold an historic victory parade in this spot, renamed the Gates of Solomon. Chief of Staff General Moshe Dayan, accompanied by Colonel Symphony and the commander of the unit that captured the city, inspect the troops. General Dayan reads a special order of the day to the men who made history, the farmers who tilled the land of Israel and defend it when called upon. All join in saluting the flag of Israel.